Woo! Hey everybody, it's Dr. Joe and the pups, and today I'm going to show you my 5-minute stretching routine for neck pain in real time. So let's get started. Yeah, Bear, let's get started. Disclaimer alert, disclaimer alert. So with a real-time stretching routine, just 5 minutes is all you need. I have my patients a lot of times say, I don't have 30 to 45 minutes throughout the day to do my home exercise program. With a home exercise program, it's really about the quality of the stretches and exercises, not necessarily the quantity. So I say 5 minutes, a couple times throughout the day. It really should be doable, something that you can do. Since these neck pain stretches are in real time, if you'd like to follow along with me, you can, because I'm going to do them for the full time that you need to stretch. The way I have it set up on my timer is I'm going to do a 45-second warm-up, and then I'm going to do a stretch on each side for 30 seconds. I know if you've seen some of my videos, I always say do the 30 seconds 3 times on each side. But again, I'd rather you get the quality stretch for a short amount of reps versus trying to just get 3 but not do the full 30 seconds. So we're going to do 30-second stretch on each side, take a little 10-second break in between, and then go into the next stretches. So total, it'll be a little bit more than 5 minutes, but the actual stretches will just be a quick 5 minutes that you should easily be able to do. So we're going to start off with the 45-second just warm up in general. And with a warm up, you don't have to do anything crazy. We're just going to start getting some movement. So I'm just going to start turning my head side to side. You don't really have to hold this because you're just trying to warm up those muscles before you go into the stretches. So maybe just 5 on each side. You don't have to be specific with the numbers, but again, just getting the movements a little bit. Then you can kind of go into a side bend. When you're doing the side bend, you want to bring your ear down. You don't want to bring your shoulder up. So again, this is just a continuous movement to try and get everything loosened up and ready to go into those stretches. So again, maybe just 5 on each side. You don't have to really count. Your shoulders are also, those muscles in your shoulders are connected to your neck. So just a couple rolls before you get started. So now we're going to go into the first stretch. So an upper trap stretch is the one I like. I'm going to go ahead and go into the motion and just talk to you about it a little bit. So I'm sitting on my hand, and that's just to help hold my shoulder down to get the extra stretch. You don't have to do that, but you're going to get a better stretch if you can keep that shoulder down. And then I'm just bringing my ear over, pulling to the opposite side and getting that stretch through that upper trap right there. And so you don't want it to be painful. You just want to have that nice stretch. So see, 30 seconds goes pretty fast, and then we're going to switch over to the other side. So same thing, just sitting on that hand and pulling over. If you don't want to sit on it, you can put your hand behind your back like this, and you'll still get a good stretch. Just trying to pull that elbow down towards the chair while you're going over, and you're going to get that nice stretch through that upper trap muscle right there. And so that's a big stressor muscle. When it's tight, it can cause a lot of neck pain, and so this is just a good way to kind of get it all nice and stretched out. So after this one, we're going to take a quick little 10-second break to kind of reset all those muscles. And then we're going to go into a Levator Scapulae stretch. And so that one's where a lot of our stress comes in when we're working throughout the day. So I'm just going to bring my elbow up like this, and then I'm taking my nose towards the opposite knee. So I'm just holding this stretch right here. If your elbow is uncomfortable in this position, you can just bring your arm up for the stretch. And then if both of those are uncomfortable, you can bring it down. But again, with my arm up like this, I'm pushing that shoulder blade down to get a better stretch. Now make sure that you're turning your nose towards the opposite side there. So now I'm going to switch sides, bringing that elbow up. That's the one I prefer. Turning my head and then pulling it down towards that opposite knee. So I'm not bending my head sideways. I'm not looking down and turning it over. I'm rotating it over and pulling behind my head down where my nose is going towards that opposite knee and getting that nice stretch in there. So then once you get this stretch, again, just take a little 10-second break to kind of reset everything. And then we're going to go into the anterior scalene muscles, which are, again, a lot of the ones that cause that neck pain. Take your hand and pull down on that collarbone or clavicle and turn that way, and then bring your chin up. So you should feel the stretch kind of through here now. That's where those muscles are. And again, you don't have to pull down on that collarbone, that clavicle bone, but this will give you an extra stretch. So you can just turn and go up like that, but I feel a much better stretch if I just kind of pull down gently that way. And so I had one of my patients say this is like a portrait pose, like you're gazing out into nothingness. So again, then pulling down here, bringing my chin over, and then pulling my head up that way. So just getting that nice stretch in there. Again, turning and pulling up. So nice, good hold there. Again, I'm feeling that kind of through there. The stretches shouldn't be painful. You should just be feeling some tension on there. And that's really what you should be feeling. So again, after that stretch, take that little 10-second break and then shake it out. So the next one's going to be a chin tuck. So it's a little bit different because you're not going to actually hold for 30 seconds. So if you've seen a lot of my stuff, the chin tuck is bringing it back this way. So I'm not tucking in this way. I'm taking my chin and pulling back and just maybe holding for about 5 seconds and relaxing. So we're going to do a couple sets of these through the 30-second period. So again, pulling back, keeping that chin level, almost like if you're sitting in a tall chair, you're trying to push your head into the back of the chair. You can also do this against a wall if you need a target, and then just push your head into the wall. So again, you only have to hold it for maybe 3 to 5 seconds. We're going to keep on going because this one would be the full minute of the chin tuck. So again, just pulling in. You can see I got lots of little chins right there, but you should feel the muscles working and stretching at the same time. So this is kind of a combination of a stretch and an exercise. Remember, make sure you're not holding it for 30 seconds for this one. You're just holding it for about 3 to 5 seconds and kind of doing those continuously. So you should definitely get a couple in there and then just take that break. So now with that last break, the last stretch is going to be coming in, and this is going to be using a towel to get this big stretch. So I'm taking my opposite hand and grabbing here and then bringing this up over my ear, not over my neck, but up and over. I'm pulling down here and I'm pulling up towards the ceiling. This just helps you get a stretch a little bit more, what I would call segmentally of your cervical spine, because you're stabilizing the lower part and then you're rotating up the other one. So this one's a really nice way to get a really good stretch. And it sometimes helps kind of mobilize the spine as well. So now I'm grabbing this side, bringing it up over where my ear is. So I'm actually going up towards the ceiling and over, and then down with this one and getting that nice pull in there. So don't bring it down low where you're choking yourself. We don't want that, but getting that nice stretch in there. And this is one of my favorite stretches because I really feel like it isolates out that stretch, gets that neck stretch. So if you're having that pain in there, it's really going to get a good stretch. So there you have it. That's my 5-minute stretching routine for neck pain. If you'd like to help support my channel, make sure and click on the link up there. And don't forget to subscribe. Where, Remy? Yeah, down there. And remember, be safe, have fun, and I hope you feel better soon.